gravityAI is a marketplace for algorithms designed specifically to meet the needs of enterprise companies with the goal of accelerating the procurement, adoption, and integration of data science into their products and workflow. And demoing for gravityAI, we have Dan Huss, founder of gravityAI.
Thank you. So since we're being timed, I actually built in a countdown to start the timer clock. I'm hoping you guys will say this with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Question. How many of you believe that AI and data science more broadly is becoming increasingly more important to your organization? Yes, that's why you're here. How many of you have actually now struggled to implement data science solutions across the organization? Yes, me too, at my time at State Street. As Rodrigo mentioned, so my name's Dan Huss. I am the CEO and founder of gravityAI, a marketplace for algorithms. And this struggle, it turns out, is we're in good company, because roughly 92% of executives say that they're increasing their spend on data science, but of those, 77% say that it's a major challenge, which we all know is executive speak for probably just not happening. But that's true though, because it actually does turn out that 9 out of 10 internal data science projects fail to make it into actual use. So if you're this guy, a head of innovation, director of product, director of engineering, director of digital, you've got a tall order. Do any of you have those titles in here? I think a few of you. Okay, yeah. Well, then you know that this guy's smile is totally wrong. He's freaking out right now, because the bank and his financial organization has pretty much done 3 mandates for him. The first one is, how do we provide better customer experience through things like data science? Second one is, how do we automate parts of the business, mostly for savings? And the last one is, how do we do things like prediction, like we just saw, like how do we predict fraud? So there's obviously lots of third-party solutions out there as far as data science is concerned, open source technologies as well, but it can be really difficult for us as enterprise companies to get our hands on those. So let's take a quick look up at the screen to hear about why that is and how gravityAI can help a little bit.
In a fast-moving world, enterprise and government need high-quality AI solutions. But procurement isn't simple. Finding the right AI solution is a maze, and multiple vendors often have to be engaged. A range of solutions must be tested multiple times. Complicated agreements with several vendors create legal barriers. Third-party and cloud-based solutions compromise security, while non-standard software development makes integration difficult. gravityAI solves all these problems and shortens the timeline of procurement and integration. Developers upload their AI solutions to the gravityAI marketplace. We examine and curate them so that buyers can browse solutions that are relevant to them. Buyers can undertake due diligence, test the solutions, and finally purchase a fully encapsulated on-premises solution in a single procurement process. gravityAI, the marketplace that makes it easy to explore, test, procure, and integrate AI solutions.
That man with the sexy English accent is absolutely right. While security and procurement are obviously extremely necessary and important, they can be a little bit of a barrier for us to get access to the things that we need at the speed and scale that we need. So let's actually now dive into our platform and take a look as to exactly how we address that. So I'm going to first dig into our catalog of various algorithms. So we are a true two-sided marketplace. That means that data scientists, so data science consultancies, universities that we partner with, and moonlighting data scientists create cool algorithms, data science solutions, AI. We then receive that from them. That kicks off a workflow for us where we run security checks on them. We do due diligence to make sure that they're accurate. And our technology platform actually works some magic to do something called containerization of those to make them easy to download, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So you can get a sense of some of the solutions that we have on the platform today, and they're constantly growing. We're getting more every day. So let's go into my account here. The first thing I want to call your attention to is this concept of credits. So gravityAI works on a credit-based system, and you can have access to any number of the algorithms in the platform up to the amount of credits that you have. this does a couple things. First, this makes it so that you go through procurement once, and then you can access any number of algorithms on the platform. So every time that you want to switch something out or try a new algorithm, you don't have to do another purchase order, you don't have to go through procurement, you can test as freely as you would like. If you need more credits, you can purchase more. If you want to try an algorithm and download it, you can cancel your subscription to that one and then have a credit go back into your system to try out another algorithm. Here you can see your purchases, the algorithms that you've subscribed to. I've subscribed to this loan approval classifier that I'm going to show you in just a moment. You can also see relevant data sets that you've uploaded into our cloud environment that you've approved to run tests against various algorithms in the platform. And lastly, you can see the test results here, and I'll show you those in just a moment as well. So one of the mandates that our head of innovation had was to do things like automation and prediction. So we have a very simple loan approval classifier by Dr. Nia here, and you can see that this is one credit. We've created an easy description in business terms, the problems that this solves, and the basic data structure that was created from this. And it actually turns out that data scientists are creating many, many different types of models that do this exact thing that might work better for your business. You can click in and see relevant examples. So in this case, it's for a single male in the city. You can see his data here, and he was approved for a loan. You can see relevant documentation for security and model governance, and obviously the versions. So another thing that we really wanted to give you the ability to do was test these before you download them and try them. I recently had dinner with the head of innovation for BNY, and he had something very insightful. He said to me that the financial institution that can experiment the fastest is the one that's going to win. And that's really what we're trying to allow you to do here. So let's take a quick test. Let's imagine that we're looking at some potential student loan applicants. So on the left-hand side here, I've got the data schema that the algorithm in our platform is expecting. On the right-hand side, you can either upload your own new data set or select from a previously uploaded data set that's in your account. Since this is a student loan application, we're going to use the Poor SAPS data set here. And you can see that this is the schema on the right-hand side associated with the data that I've just uploaded. Now, the children field is actually mixed up with the married field, so I'm going to go ahead and swap those so that they line up side by side, so I can very quickly and easily make sure that my data is mapped to the algorithm. Click Next. Some algorithms take a little while to run, so I can be notified when this is complete, and run this algorithm. Now, if I want to see how this performed, I'd go then into my tests, click in, and as soon as this was done processing, I'd be able to download those results and see how they stack up in terms of whether or not this type of loan approval algorithm is what I'm looking for. So another mandate from a business perspective was that we automate things. Now, a lot of algorithms are being commoditized. OCR, you're probably familiar with, is one of those things that recognizes text out of images. But I see financial institutions rebuilding OCR all the time. So we've got verticalized solutions that work in cases of forms. We've got things that identify text in, obviously, checks, which is very prominent if you're allowing mobile upload. And then, because we're getting new algorithms to the platform all the time, when California goes and passes a new privacy law, you can find things like algorithms that recognize personally identifiable information in hidden places in your data. So this is actually one of our newer algorithms that came from a partner. What it does is it scans through your individual data sets, like surveys, like interactions with your customer service team, and recognizes PII data and classifies it for the purpose of compliance. I'm going to go ahead, because California passed that law, click into this one, and I'm going to download and purchase this one. Bam. So, bottom line is that your security team is very much going to enjoy this because all of our solutions are downloadable, vetted, and on-prem, so they're behind your firewall. Is your procurement team going to be happy? Yes, because we have a predictable cost every month, as well as completely vetted solutions. And are you going to be happy? Yes, because you have access speed to market, and the ease of use that you need to download and integrate data science solutions into your products. And most importantly, again, is that because we're getting new solutions all the time, and data science is constantly evolving, we're future-proofing your activities by giving you access to the latest and greatest technologies. So, if you'd like to learn more, I will be at a table in the back all day, happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you all.